if you go to your mods folder, you're going to need a couple things installed. You're going to need Origins for 1.19. You're going to need Pehkui compatible for 1.19. And then you're also going to need Fabric API compatible for 1.19. Aside from all that, you're just going to need my mod installed. Origins, items, infinity, jar. This is a mod file. It's not a data pack. So everyone must have it installed in order for them to use it. Since this is its own mod, instead of going to the create new world or server feature and opening data packs, you don't need to actually change any settings. I'm going to activate cheats just for myself, but that's about all you need to do. Since it's already in the mods, it'll load in the world. Once you load up the origins, you'll be able to cycle through. You'll see the original origins installed. If you scroll all the way, you will see a new one called the Mad Titan. If you like this origin idea, please consider subscribing. It took me a very long time to make. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. The Mad Titan starts off with one noticeable feature. You're 3 blocks tall. You also have farther range, you deal more damage, and you launch entities as if you were an iron golem. The downfall to this origin is that you refuse to use tools other than gold and wear armor other than gold. That means that tridents, bows, crossbows, netherite axes, shields, anything of that nature is completely unusable by this origin. Instead of your normal progression of making a wood pickaxe and going mining, as the Mad Titan, you can actually collect all materials in the game by hand. And yes, this does include obsidian. That means that technically you could spend a couple hours mining obsidian and actually collect it. This also works with various other ores. If you take gold ore and attempt to mine it, you'll notice that as soon as it breaks, you'll actually get gold. Now, in order to progress in this, it will be smart for you to get golden tools and golden armor, since you'll be incapable of getting any other tool. This is not going to change anything other than mining speed, so this will make everything a little faster. Also, golden tools do not break if they are on your main hand or worn as armor. Now, as you can see, you also have more health, those little 5 extra hearts, but due to this, you also have a lot more exhaustion. You are faster. You are able to auto walk over these blocks, and you jump 3 blocks tall with reduced fall damage. All in all, it's not that bad for only being able to wear gold armor. But that's just the beginning of this origin. Scrolling through the abilities, after Titan Blood, you'll have Cursed with Knowledge. This is what gives you all of your custom recipes. This does help, and there are a lot of custom recipes, but it takes time. This is not an early game class. This is a late game class. The first thing you want to do is make a stone of your choice. In order to make the Infinity Gauntlet, you need all the stones and a normal gauntlet. In order to make a normal gauntlet, you need something called Uru Ingot. On a side note, all the textures that I'm currently using, aside from the gauntlet textures, are indeed Terraria textures. These are not my own, for the souls and for the stones and the ingots and such. The amethyst is, and the gauntlets are. Most of these textures aren't mine, so I can't take credit for them. In order to make an Uru Ingot, you actually need a furnace. This works with a blast furnace or a normal furnace, but keep in mind, the smelt time is twice as fast in a blast furnace. You put in the raw Uru ore, and you'll get an Uru Ingot, but it takes a little more than 1 coal. This can take a very long time to cook, and should take approximately 8 coal to cook. So give it time. It takes a long time to cook. How you craft an Uru Ingot is by taking a soul of your choice and surrounding it with Uru Nuggets. The Uru Nuggets are made with netherite and amethyst-infused diamond, which is just a diamond and amethyst. Now, in order to make a soul, and this does work with every soul, so you're not limited on your choice of soul. All the souls do work. Each soul is very complicated. The soul of night alone is very pricey. The soul of fright is pretty expensive. So is the flight, light, might, sight, and so on. They're all very expensive. But with just one of those, you can make an Uru Nugget. And if you get 4 of those, you can make an ingot, and you can see where I'm going from here. till you can make the basic gauntlet. If you want to actually make the stones, each stone has its own unique recipe, including an infinity star. An infinity star is simply a nether star and an uru ingot. Power stone has its recipe, the space stone has its recipe, reality stone, mind stone, soul stone, and time stone. So in the creative menu, you'll notice a page tab. You open it. These are the infinity items, all the custom items. Now, the gauntlet itself, the base gauntlet does nothing. It is just a basic item that's just meant to look cool. Now, in order to use any of these items, they must be in your offhand, so holding them in your main hand will not work. Now, let's start with each of the individual stones, starting with the space stone. If you equip the space stone, you'll see a bar start to appear. That bar is your ability to teleport. So using your secondary whenever you want, look at any spot up to 1,000 blocks away, and you will teleport and leave a trail of particles. And you can just look at the spot and teleport. Another buff of this stone is that whenever you want, if you shift and press this ability, you will teleport to the nether. And you can go back by doing the same thing. But be wary that you're probably going to spawn underground somewhere. The moment that you take off an infinity stone and re-equip it, it'll need time to recharge. This is also the same way the gauntlet works. Next, let's do the power stone. Once you equip the power stone, there is no bar that appears. But if I go into survival, you'll notice when I equip the power stone, you immediately get max armor right there. That and the power stone allows you to automatically break every item in the game. This includes obsidian and even bedrock. You can't collect bedrock, but you can break it. So there's no need for golden tools anymore once you have the power stone. It also gives you a very strong damage boost that'll make you one-shot most mobs just by punching. The soul stone. Upon equipping the soul stone, you will see a bar pop up that slowly recharges. And the reason why it has a picture of a totem is because the soul stone acts as a totem of undying. Upon equipping it on your offhand, if you die when that bar is full, the bar will drain and you won't die. You'll have full health and it'll be like nothing has happened. But the bar will be completely drained and need time to recharge. So once you have this stone, you essentially have infinite totems of undying. If I affect myself with instant damage, say 4, I instantly use the totem. And as you can see, it was used and I'm still alive. The Mind Stone, one of my personal favorites, is a stone that makes you invulnerable to fall damage. It also, whenever you want, lets you use your primary ability to turn yellow, fly around as if you were in creative, which I am right now. So let me change that real quick. There we go. So if I activate it, I can fly around as if I'm in creative, only when the ability is active, and when the ability is active, I can phase through the ground. As soon as it deactivates, you can no longer phase, and you can no longer fly. But you are still immune to fall damage. The last two stones, the reality stone and the time stone. When you equip the time stone, it'll take some time to charge, but it has two abilities. The first is the ability to stop time. This will freeze entities, or most entities, in their place, and most actions in their place. It'll also set the tick speed to 0 and stop the time of day. You can also increase the movement of everything, but it will only change tick speed and the day cycle. It will not affect entities. In fact, it might lag them a little bit, so be wary of that ability. In order to use these, you just need to use your save and load toolbar activators. Currently, I have mine set to these, the brackets. So that's all you need to use this ability, but you make sure you are not crouching when you use this. You have to be standing up to use it. So if I activate it, as you can see, there are particles that flow around me, and these entities essentially are immobilized. If I break the ground below them, you'll see but they float. And as soon as I let go of it, they'll go back to where they are. If you speed up time, you'll notice the time will slowly pass by. This will also increase the tick speed. And that's about it for the fast forward ability. Once your time bar runs out, time will resume like normally and all settings will go back to what they were. Then you have the Reality Stone, the one that took me the longest amount of time to code. The Reality Stone is very unique. By shifting and using your toolbar activators, each one controls a different ability. One is to toggle night vision. The other is to toggle visibility. This also makes armor and items you hold invisible. But that's not where the Reality Stone shines. The Reality Stone is by far the most broken stone I have coded because of one ability. Whenever you look at something and punch it, sparks will show. And if you go to place, you can clone that block as many times as you want. And you can go punch a leaf and put them back. But keep in mind, you need to let that bar recharge. As soon as the bar runs out completely, your ability to toggle night vision and invisibility will go away. Now, this stone might be a little tedious because if you're ever building and you need to crouch, you can't really do that without cloning something. So just disable it. Do what you need to do, and then you can always put the stone back and let it charge up again. Now, once you have all of your stones, you can finally craft the Infinity Gauntlet. Make sure to also get your gauntlet beforehand. Once you get it, you simply can go into your menu and put it on your offhand. When you do this, you'll notice all your stone abilities are now active. That's why there are so many different keybinds for everything, because all the stones work together. So now, whenever I want, I can do that. I can do this and stop time at the same time. I can also warp whenever I want. And, phase whenever I want. And while doing all that, I can clone blocks. But there's one last ability that the Infinity Gauntlet has. As you can see, there's a purple bar right there. The blip. You have to press your left and right button at the same time. It doesn't display properly, but you have to press your place button and your punch button at the same time. Now, you can hold your punch button and then click your place button and it'll work, or other way around. But once you activate it, it will run the snap command. The bar itself takes 5 minutes to load up, so it cannot be used very often. Once the bar is fully charged, all you need to do is click both buttons at the same time. And you notice as soon as this happens, everything will come back, and you'll notice that some of the mobs in the world will have dust particles following them. Not all of them, and never you. But you'll see these mobs. In approximately 15 seconds, they all perish. Players are included in this algorithm, and as a little bonus feature, when players are killed, they are also kicked from the game. So have fun. I mean, this is an endgame origin. It takes a very long time to get all these resources. It gives you a project to work towards. So if you like progression, this might be the origin for you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this origin. This one took me so long to create. It took me a couple of weeks. That's why I haven't posted in a while. And yeah, the download's going to be in the description. I hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this and want to see more content similar to this. Thank you all. I hope you enjoy your day.